The really interesting thing about this Alabama and Texas game, at least in my humble opinion, is we don't know what to expect out of Alabama, which is rare, but we also don't know what to expect out of Texas. Quinn Ewers is the undisputed best quarterback in this game. This game reminds me so much of a boxing match with heavy hitters. You're going to see a lot of ferocious punches being thrown, but it's going to come down to this. Who makes the biggest mistake? This is a PSA to the entire college football community, and more importantly, our community. I'm going on the redemption tour. Starting right now, week 2, we're redeeming ourselves from here on out. Last year, it seemed like every team I picked to win, they lost, and in week 1, the same thing happened. But however, we're redeeming ourselves. It's a new week, fresh slate of games. We're 0-0. Throw week 1 out of the window. It's like when you go golf and everybody knows the first shot of the day or your first drive, it's a breakfast ball. You get a mulligan. We're just going to push it in the past and we're going to try to redeem ourselves from here on out. And oh yeah, by the way, remember yesterday how I told you guys it's not just on YouTube anymore, but everyone on Twitter is putting hashtag MattBeBald. That happened yesterday, right? Well, guess what? Somebody went to my Instagram. People are going to my Instagram now and putting hashtag MattBeBald. Going to the Instagram and typing that under a picture is a whole nother level of crazy. And oh yeah, check this out. In the comment section, I found a new hashtag. Nathan Hunt said Matt DeBaldi. Matt DeBaldi? Really? You gotta be kidding me. I ain't gonna lie, that was kind of clever. At this point in time, I'm not even mad about it. I just respect the creativity. And then here's what I can't get over, and we're gonna move on to our week 2 preview. You got Anthony right here saying, yo, MattBeBald, what do you think of Michigan this year, and do you have JJ as a Heisman contender? Here's what I can't get over. How are you going to disrespect me and then continue to just have the conversation like nothing happened, like we're going to slide past that? This is the equivalent to me saying, hey, Anthony, you're fat and ugly, you got a big nose, and your feet are shaped weird. Oh, yeah, by the way, what do you think about the Michigan game? You see what I'm saying? Like, no, you're not going to disrespect me, and I'm going to continue the conversation. I don't know what y'all think this is, but that is crazy. All right, this is the last one I'm going to read, and we got to get a move on. Hashtag MattBeBald is a badge of honor representing the impeccable word and honor that Matt holds as greatness. I think that's a compliment. I don't know. I'm going to take it as one. Continuing along here and moving on to what we really need to talk about, let's get down to the football talk. Look, you know how we do things around here. Thursdays, we do our previews, and Sundays, we do our recaps. Everybody knows this. If you like college football, this is the place to be on Thursdays and Sundays. And last year, what happened? For those of you that weren't around the channel, I had the extremely bold prediction that Alabama was going to smash Texas. I think a lot of you are going to remember that, and I firmly believed it. I didn't think Texas had a shot against Bama. I thought Bryce Young and this super team Alabama had last year, or they were supposed to have at least, they were going to go into Austin, Texas and destroy them. That is where the university is at, Austin. I could be wrong on that. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comment section. But anyways, yeah, long story short, that didn't happen, and Alabama got lucky to win the game 20-19. Fast forward in time to today, here we are, where Texas, the roles are reversed. They got their star quarterback coming back, and they get all the momentum, or supposedly they do. A lot of people are high on Texas this year, and for Alabama, this is the lowest a lot of people have been on them. There hasn't been too many years where Alabama under Nick Saban has been ranked as low as number 4 heading into the year. And with the quarterback situation being iffy and wishy-washy at best, many people think Texas is going to go into Tuscaloosa, Alabama and walk out of there with a win. I tell you this much before we even get into it. I think this is going to be a very close game. It's going to come down to the wire. And there's also many other games we're going to talk about in today's video. All right, Matt, blah, blah, shut the crap up. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty, you know how we do things around here. We're going to start out with our 11 a.m. games first and work our way down. I know Alabama fans and Texas fans, I'm sorry, but we got to say the best for last. And also a little disclaimer, we will not be talking about Colorado and Nebraska because we already talked about them yesterday. Did an entirely separate preview for that game alone, so go check it out if you are curious. At 11 a.m. outside of Colorado and Nebraska, not too much to look forward to. But there is one game in particular that's piquing my interest. Notre Dame and NC State. Notre Dame is only a 7.5 point favorite, and NC State, they're a solid ball club. Do I think they're good? No, but they're decent. The game is at NC State. I wouldn't say it's going to be a hostile environment, but those fans, they always show up and show out. The reason this game interests me is because I think we're going to learn way more about Notre Dame in this game than we are about NC State. I think I'm going to be able to determine in this game whether Notre Dame's legit or if they're just the same old Notre Dame. I do got Notre Dame winning this game, but I want to see if they can blow out NC State. I want to see what they did in the first couple of weeks, if it was a fluke or if they're the real deal. I think it could be a close game, but I'm going to take Notre Dame by 10 points. I was also looking forward to this one at the beginning of the year, but considering Baylor, they're just not good. They're kind of trash, low-key. I'm not even going to talk about it. We got Utah and Baylor playing at 11. There's not too much to say about this game. I got Utah blowing them out. Baylor's not good. I don't know what happened to that program. That's it for the 11 a.m. games that at least interest me. Let's move on to 2:30. And guess who also we got playing at 2:30? A top 25 matchup nobody's talking about. Tulane, the Green Wave versus Ole Miss and the Lane Train. Oh man, what a matchup this is. Remember, guys, Tulane beat USC last year, the same USC that had Caleb Williams and Lincoln Riley. So don't just automatically assume, oh, Tulane, they can't hang with the Power 5, because they can. You know what to expect in this game? A lot of offense and no defense. I wouldn't be shocked if both of these teams combined for over 100 points. Ole Miss has their quarterback from last year coming back, Jackson Dart. He looked good in week 1. And also Tulane Green Wave, they got a good quarterback in Michael Pratt. You're going to see a lot of points scored, but I am going to take Ole Miss in this game 52-42. I like that. 52-42. Give me Ole Miss. I just don't see Tulane stopping Ole Miss's offense. I don't. Another good game at 2:30 that is flying under the radar. Last year it was hyped up. This year not so much. We got A&M and Miami. It's all about the U. It's all about the... All right, Matt, quit being cringy. Sorry, but yeah, it's all about the U and the Aggies. This game is very important for both of these fan bases because last year it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing for both of them, and I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to go over what happened. Both of these teams need to prove something, and I also think both these teams got good quarterbacks. A&M's got the stud, the former 5-star Connor Wingman, and also Miami's got Tyler Van Dyke. I like Tyler Van Dyke, but I don't like the Miami football team. I don't believe in Mario Cristobal. I think he's an outstanding recruiter, but he's not an outstanding head coach. I think Jimbo Fisher and A&M, they're going to walk in there and get a dub. The line is currently A&M by 4. I don't think it's enough. I think A&M's going to win this game by double digits. Last year, I wanted to pick Miami because I thought they were a good team, but this year, I don't see it. Moving on to, yeah, believe it or not, I'm about to say this, a 5 o'clock game in this game. Circle this game. I'm telling you, circle it. We got SMU in Oklahoma. Your casual fan isn't going to think too much about this, but me, no, I think a lot about it. SMU, solid ball club. Oklahoma, well, we don't really know what to think about Oklahoma, do we? Is their offense great? Yeah, but they were great last year. The question mark is the defense. You could make a legit case and argument that Oklahoma could finish a year 7-5 or 11-1. I'm telling you, we just don't know what we're going to get out of Oklahoma. You could see SMU go into Oklahoma and pull out a victory and upset them. Everybody knows this. The X factor in this ball game is Oklahoma defense, and let's leave it at that. As to where it stands right now, Oklahoma is a 15.5 point favorite. I think that's way too high. I'm going to take Oklahoma in this game, but only by about 10 points. I think SMU is going to give them a run for their money, so watch out for that game as well. And as we continue to go down here, oh yeah, we do got Oregon and Texas Tech. What happened to Texas Tech in week 1? I can't believe that Texas Tech lost to Wyoming. This team was good last year. What happened? I was high on them. I had them in the top 25, and obviously, yeah, I got Bo Nix and Oregon winning this one. And that is it for the games that really intrigue me and are worth talking about. Actually, hold on. I'll throw this in there. I don't think it's a big deal because I don't think Wisconsin's a top 25 team. But upset alert. I got Washington State upsetting Wisconsin. To me, though, it's not an upset because Wisconsin is not that great of a football team. I think they're similar to Iowa. They're overrated every single year. But since to the public eye and media, Wisconsin is a top 25 team, I will label this as an upset. But now finally, moving on to the main topic, the main game, the main encore, the main reason you clicked onto this video, we got Alabama and Texas. Woo! Man, oh man, I'm excited for this one. Let's check out the line. Okay, that's higher than what I thought. Alabama is currently a 7-point favorite. Well, maybe I shouldn't be shocked at that because it is at home, and most people presume Alabama to be the overall better team, and they do have Nick Saban. Having Nick Saban alone gives you like 5 points on the spreadsheet. And I will throw this in there. Alabama is hard, and I mean extremely hard to beat at home. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the last home loss Alabama had was against 2019 LSU. Is that right? I'm trying to think. 2020, they didn't lose a game. 2021, they lost at A&M. And then last year, yeah, lost 2 games on the road. So there's a fun fact for you. Even though Alabama has struggled the past couple of years, haven't lost a home game. Bryant-Denny Stadium on Saturday night, that place is going to be rocking. I wish I could go there. Hey, man, anybody going to the game or anybody got a box suite, hit me up. There's got to be somebody down there in Tuscaloosa, Alabama with a bunch of money that watches my videos. I need somebody out there to give me a crazy experience, not just for a Bama game. Dude, I'll go to any college football game. I'm a college football fan first. If you're a fan of an SEC school and you want to show Matt a good time, hit me up on Twitter or Instagram. But that's besides the point. Matt, shut the crap up and lock in. Sorry. The really interesting thing about this Alabama and Texas game, at least in my humble opinion, is we don't know what to expect out of Alabama, which is rare, But we also don't know what to expect out of Texas. We don't know if Texas has a high-powered offense, and we also don't know if they got a good defense. Vice versa for Alabama, we don't know if their offense is going to be good this year with a new quarterback, and we also don't know what to expect out of their defense. It is such a weird thing not to know what you're going to get out of an Alabama football team. Very rare, because when Saban first got there, what did we expect? Oh yeah, great defense. In the past 5 to 6 years, what have we expected? Alabama, man? Oh yeah, that's a great offense. But now it's like, well, dang, I don't know what we're going to get. Last year, the defense wasn't too good at all, and this year we got a new quarterback, so y'all know how that goes. It's odd to say the least, and currently the matchup predictor, wow, they have Alabama win this game or they have the percentage of Alabama win this game at almost 81. That is way too high. Way too high. I'd give Alabama like a 60% chance. Nah, probably like a 65. I give them the extra 5% because it is at home, and that does matter. Let's start on with the Texas offense. Did they look good against Rice? Heck to the no. Quinn Ewers looked out of sorts. It was just a wishy-washy game, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt because you played Rice. It's hard to get up for that game. It really is hard to get up for Rice, and most of these players was looking forward to Bama. Here's what I'm going to say to all my Bama fans. I don't want you to look at what Texas did against Rice and expect that to happen in Tuscaloosa, because it's not. If you're an Alabama fan, when are you going to learn your lesson, old man? Every single opponent you play is their Super Bowl. You're going to get their A-plus performance. So for you to even think for a second you're going to see that same Texas team that played Rice in week 1, you've lost your mind. Texas is going to come into Bryant-Denny Stadium with their heads lit on fire. You are going to see a highly motivated Quinn Ewers and highly motivated Texas ball team. And the difference is Texas isn't just looking to compete in this game, they're looking to win this game. Last year, they felt like they didn't even have that good of a team, and it was a rebuilding year, and they almost beat Alabama. So, of course, the expectation this year is to not only compete, but to win. I think the Texas offense, they're going to do what they do. I love Quinn Ewers, one of my favorite quarterbacks in the country, and also one of the best quarterbacks in the country. Quinn Ewers is the undisputed best quarterback in this game. He's magnificent, he's beyond talented, and I can't get enough of him. And also, to go on top of that, Steve Sarkisian is one of the brightest minds in the college football world. Now, here's the thing with that. Is he one of the best head coaches in the college football world? No, but as an offensive play caller, dude knows his stuff. On the flip side of the ball for Alabama's offense, a lot of people, they're going to talk about this, and this is going to be their quote-unquote X factor, the Bama offense and Jalen Milroe. And I'm not going to say I fault you for that because I completely understand it, and I agree to a certain extent. But my X factor in this game is not the Texas offense, it's not the Texas defense, and it's not even the Alabama offense, it's the Alabama defense. Because I think the recipe to success for this game for either team is whoever's defense plays better, they're going to win. I believe if Alabama's defense goes out there and they can hold down and shut down Quinn Ewers and force an interception, force a fumble, that's going to give Alabama a lot of momentum, give Jalen Milroe a short field to work with, and they're going to win this game. But here's the bad part about this to my Bama fans. I think if this Bama defense, they play like they did against Quinn Ewers last year when he was in there, it doesn't matter how many points Jalen Milroe puts up, Alabama won't win this game. It's as simple as that. If you don't stop Texas and Quinn Ewers, you can't win. Let's talk about the Texas defense, though, matching up with Jalen Milroe and the Alabama offense. Do I think Texas has a great and superior defense? No. However, I will say this. I think their defense is highly underrated. I think that defense is going to come out here and punch Alabama in the mouth a couple of times in the first half like they did last year. Nobody expected that Texas front seven to look that powerful and explosive like they did last year in that game. And I expect to see Texas see a lot of success and put some pressure on Jalen Milroe. But however, remember, this is Jalen Milroe, not Bryce Young. He's a dual-threat quarterback. I wouldn't be shocked to see Jalen Milroe have at minimum 15 rush attempts in this game. And that's a big advantage to starting Jalen Milroe in this game because if Texas does get pressure, he can escape the pocket and he can make a bad play turn into a good one. Texas can rush 6, get to the quarterback, and Milroe can still get off a 10 to 15-yard game. Whereas if you have Ty Simpson back there for Alabama, that ain't going to happen. This game reminds me so much of a boxing match with heavy hitters. You're going to see a lot of ferocious punches being thrown, but it's going to come down to this. Who makes the biggest mistake? Whoever slips up the most in this game is going to lose this game. Mark it down. I'm saying this on Thursday. Whoever loses the turnover battle, they're going to lose the game. Who can protect the ball better, Quinn Ewers or Jalen Milroe? Because remember last year after that Alabama game, Quinn Ewers, he did have a couple of turnovers in that season. He had some plays last year where it left you scratching your head. Same thing for Jalen Milroe. If Jalen Milroe goes out here and has 2 interceptions and a fumble, yeah, it'd be hard for Alabama to win. I think this game's going to be so close. If it was at Texas, I probably would be leaning towards picking Texas. But since it is at Alabama, you're playing Nick Saban at 6 p.m. at night, and Alabama rarely loses at home, I'm rolling with the Tide. I got Alabama winning this game, a super close game, 27-21. I do expect this to be a low-scoring game because I think both defenses, they're going to show out. This Alabama defense this year, from everything I've heard all throughout the camps and offseason, they're the real deal. They're way better than last year. Here's the difference. Last year, they had good players, but they didn't have good chemistry. This year, it feels like the chemistry on defense, that bad Alabama, the ferocious Alabama defense is not slightly, but it's sort of coming back. I got Bama, 27-21 locking in. I think Texas, they make a couple mistakes, and Jalen Milroe, he doesn't make many mistakes. I am extremely curious to see how much freedom they give Jalen Milroe, because I would be shocked if he throws the ball over 25 times in this game. I just don't think it's going to happen. Alabama will try to establish a run. Now, will it work? I have no idea. But yet again, going back to this, here's the great part about Milroe. You can use him as a weapon in the running game as well. I think you might see a couple of design quarterback runs. Who knows? Give me Bama 27-21. I'm curious. Let me know your thoughts down below. But, Robert!